दीनतारिणम् नमयों विष्णुपादाय श्रीगौरप्रियमूर्तये श्रीमते भक्तिवल्लभतीर्थगोस्वामिनामिने कृपया क्षमतामपराधिजनं कलुषायुतशक्तसुदीननरं सुपथे परिचालय सर्वदिनं प्रणमामि च माधवदेवपदम् वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरि वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ग्रंथेरारंभे करि मंगलाचरण गुरु वैष्णव भगवान तीनेर स्मरणे हय विघ्न विनाशन अनायासे हय निज वांछित पूरन। So today is a auspicious tithi, appearance of Srimati Sita Devi, the consort of Lord Ramachandra, and also today is the appearance of Jahnava Devi, the wife of or the potency of Lord Nityananda. So it's a very auspicious day. Both Shaktis, Sita Devi is internal potency of Lord Ramachandra, or you can say Hladini potency, and Jahnava Mataji is Jahnava Devi is the Hladini or the internal potency of Lord Nityananda. So we will first read about Jahnava Devi, written by most revered Srila Gurudev, and if time allows we will hear about Srimati Sita Devi also. श्री वारुणी रेवत वंशद भवे तस्य प्रिये द्वे वसुधा च जाह्नवी श्री सूर्यदासस्य महात्मनः सुते कुकुद्मी रूपस्य च सूर्यतेजसः केचित् श्री वसुधा देवीं कलावपि विवृण्वते अनंगमंजरीं केचित् जाह्नवीं च परक्षते उभयन्तु समीचीनं पूर्वन्यायात् सतांग मतम. In Gauraganoddesh Deepika, Kavi Karnapura has written that he or she who was Varuni has become Vasudha, and she who is Revati in Krishna Leela, she has become Jahnavi or Jahnava. Varuni and Revati, both of them are the wives of Balaram, they are the consorts of Balaram. So those two in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes, they have become Vasudha and Jahnavi, and they are the wives of Nityananda Prabhu. These two means Vasudha and Jahnava, they are sisters. Their father is Sri Suryadas Sarakhel. Suryadas Sarkhel is the son of Kansari Mishra. Kansari Mishra had 6 children, means he has 5 brothers, Suryadas Sarkhel, and out of which Gauridas Pandit is also one. So Suryadas Sarkhel, he was King Revat, the father of Revati, the wife of Balaram. That Revat Raja, the king Revat, has become, Suryadas Sarkhel. Or Revat Raja means the king of, Revati, that is, his name is Kukudmi. Kukudmi is his name. Kukudmi. So he has become Suryadas Sarkhel in the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Some call Vasudha Devi to be Ananga Manjari. Manjari, it could be either Vasudha or it could be also Jahnava. You can take her password. I also need a torch. You have another mobile?
Yeah.
I need a torch too. Or I can use this also. I can use this after. So Jahnava Devi's mother, her name is Bhadravati, or Suryadas Sarkhel's wife, she is Bhadravati, and they used to live in a place called Shaligram, which is very close to Navadvip. They used to live there. And even today, Suryadas Sarkhel's, the place, house, can be found in this particular place. So, as we heard, Suryadas Sarkhel is the son of Sri Kansari Mishra. Kansari Mishra has total 6 children. Kansari Mishra's first son is Sri Damodar, second is Jagannath, third is Suryadas Sarkhel, the father of Vasudha and Jahnava, and then Gauridas Pandit, Sri Krishnadas Sarkhel, and Sri Nishinga Chaitanya. These are the 6 children of Kansari Mishra. नवद्वीप होते अल्पदूर शालिग्राम तथा वैशे पंडित सूर्यदास नाम. So from Navadvip, a little away from Navadvip is a place called Sri Shaligram. It is at this place Suryadas Sarkhel used to live. Gaude Raja Javvanera Kajye Susamartha Sarkhela Khyati Uparjilo Bahu Artha. He used to be working for the king of Gauda. Gauda means Bengal. He is Yavana. Yavana means Muslim. So he used to work for that Muslim, and he has given him the title Sarkhel. Sarkhel means a person who is actually looking after all the important activities of the king. Suryadas Chari Bhrata Ati Shuddhachar Sarvatra Viditataha Kahibo Ki Ar. Suryadas and all his other brothers, they are all very, very glorious, because they all have very special devotion to Supreme Lord. Shri Suryadas guna kahile na hoy, Vasudha Jahnava name tar kanyadvai. Suryadas Sarkhel's glories cannot be complete without singing the glories of Vasudha and Jahnava, who are his 2 daughters. Suryadas Sarkhel tar bhai Krishnadas Nityanande Dhrida Vishwas Premera Nivas. And Suryadas Sarkhel, he has another brother, his name is Krishnadas. This Krishnadas has got a very, very firm faith in Nityananda Prabhu. Sarkhel Suryadas Pandita Udar Tar Bhrata Gauridasa Pandita Prachar. And another prominent or another brother of Suryadas Sarkhel, who is very, very prominent, is Gauridas Pandit. Gauridas Pandit's Shripat, or his Bhajan Kutir, his house, is in Ambika Kalna. Those who have visited Ambika Kalna, one can see that there is a place where Nityananda Prabhu got married to Jahnava and Vasudha. That place is there. And also the place of Gauridas Pandit. Gauridas Pandit has got a very, very special love to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Gauridas Pandit is in the Mahaprabhu's Shakha, or in the branch of Mahaprabhu, whereas Suryadas Sarkhel is in the branch of Nityananda Prabhu. Both are brothers, but they are in the branch of Nityananda and Chaitanya. Gauridas Pandit, when he was living in Kalna, one time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he crossed Haridra Nadi, the name of it is Haridra, a river called Haridra, and he came in a boat. He came in a boat and crossed the river, and then he used a, what do you call that?
Oar.
Huh?
Oar.
Oar. O-R-E.
O-R-E.
O-R-E. Oar. Huh? So he used an oar to cross the river. And after he came on this side of the bank where Gauridas Pandit is living, he stayed beneath a tamarind tree. This tamarind tree is very close to Gauridas Pandit's place, house. He, stayed beneath a tamarind tree, and as soon as Gauridas Pandit got the news that Mahaprabhu had come, he immediately went to that tree. You can see the tamarind tree there. You can see Gauridas Pandit's place. All these things are still, giving darshan. So he went there, and Gauridas Pandit very reverentially he welcomed Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to his house. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the oar that he has used to cross the the river, he gave it to Gauridas Pandit. Now you keep this with you. Now with this oar you should cross all the living entities. You should make them cross this ocean of nescience. Use this to make them cross the ocean of nescience. He gave it. If you go to Ambika Kalna, you can have darshan of that. The oar that Mahaprabhu had personally used to cross the river and gave it to Gauridas Pandit. And also Mahaprabhu had written Gita. He has written with his own hands some verses of Gita. That also one can see in Gauridas Pandit's place. All these things are available. Now when Gauridas Pandit, when he saw Mahaprabhu is there, he served Mahaprabhu for a few days. Mahaprabhu says, now it's time for me to leave. Gauridas Pandit and his wife, they are not allowing him to leave. No, you cannot leave. No, you have to stay here. Mahaprabhu says, no, I have to go everywhere. No, you have to stay here. Then finally, what Mahaprabhu did is, he made, from a neem tree, he manifested the deity of himself and of Nityananda Prabhu also. This was the first deity, or this was one of those deities that was established during the times of Mahaprabhu only. Mahaprabhu had personally, established or manifested this. Another you can see in Chakda also, yes. In Chakda also that was given. And here in Vishnupriya, the Vishnupriya Devi worshipped Gauranga Mahaprabhu. See, these are the deities that were, present from the times of Mahaprabhu only. Now Mahaprabhu had manifested Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu's deities, and it is said that at that time Nityananda Prabhu also appeared there. Now Mahaprabhu gave these two deities to Gauridas Pandit, and he told that you worship them. And then Gauridas Pandit made two offerings, one to Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, another to the deities of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu. And in this way he offered, and then Mahaprabhu told, now you have the deities, you take care of them, we have to go. No, you cannot go, you have to stay here. Then Mahaprabhu says, okay, now you choose. You want us to stay, or do you want the deities to stay? Either of us will stay, both will not stay. Then Gauridas Pandit says, let the deities go away, you stay. Then the deities go away. It is said that the deities go away, and Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, they are there, by themselves, Sakshat, they are present themselves there. Captivated by the love of Gauridas Pandit Prabhu, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, they stayed there. And even today, if you go to Ambika Kalna, you can get darshan of Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu. And there is a Jhanki darshan. Jhanki darshan means they close the curtains, they open, close the curtains, like Banki Bihari darshan is there, na? In Banki Bihari, they do a Jhanki darshan. Jhanki darshan means momentary darshan, not a long span darshan. Just momentary darshan, and then they close and then they open. Because one time Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu ran away from that place, captivated by the love of Hriday Chaitanya, his own disciple, Gauridas Pandit's disciple only. They went there. After that, Gauridas Pandit had took a stick with him, that if you don't go to my house, I will beat you. Then Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu came to the, his house again. From that day onwards, again, nobody should take Gauranga Prabhu, Nityananda Prabhu by their love. That's why there is Jhanki darshan, there is this, flash darshan. Even today it is there. It's a very nice place. You should visit one time, Kalna. You have 5 days gap, you can go. So, this is the brother of, Suryadas Sarkhel. Suryadas Sarkhel got his 2 daughters, Vasudha and Jahnava, married to Nityananda Prabhu. This place is also there in Ambika Kalna. This is the place where they got married. This place is also there. So, Narhari Chakravarti Thakur, in his Bhakti Ratnakar, he writes that he writes a few description he gives about Sri Jahnava Devi. Actually, Nityananda Prabhu or Jahnava and Vasudha, when they came to the married age, at that time, one Brahmana, his name is, there must be his name somewhere, one Brahmana, his name is not here, a Brahmana, he came as a mediator. He came to Suryadas Sarkhel and he told that, your daughters have come of the marriage age, age of the marriage. There is, the son of Hadai Pandit. His name is Nityananda. He is none other than Balaram himself. You should give both of your daughters in wedding to him. Accepting the, order or the suggestion, advice of the Brahmana, Suryadas Sarkhel had got his 2 daughters married to Nityananda Prabhu. And in the marriage, there was one Krishnadas who spent the money and who also made all the arrangements for that marriage. Now, after Jahnava and Vasudha got married to Nityananda Prabhu, one night, Suryadas Sarkhel has seen a dream. In the night, when he is sleeping, he saw a dream. What is that? Vasu Jahnavare dekhe Baruni Revati. He is seeing his own daughters, Vasudha and Jahnava, as Varuni and Revati, standing next to Balaram. Angachata Kanaka Kumkuma Punja Jiti. And their effulgence has actually surpassed that of even the gold. The gold, when it is mixed with kumkum, with the red, what is called kumkum, kumkum? A red powder, So when it is mixed with it, there is a shine that comes to the gold. So, but here, the effulgence or the shine of the 2 daughters, Vasudha and Jahnava, who are appearing to him as Varuni and Revati, their, beauty or their effulgence has surpassed even that of the gold. Baladeva Bame Dakshinete Bilasai Vichitra Vasana Bhushanadi Shobhamai. And both of them are standing on either side of Balaram. On the left and right side, they are standing and they are wearing very colorful dress and so many ornaments are there. Bhakte Sukhadite Maha Aishwarya Prakash Dekhe Atma Vismriti Hoilo Suryadas. So this kind of darshan the Lord gave to Suryadas only to make him struck with awe. Such a wonderful darshan. And Suryadas Sarkhel completely lost himself in that particular dream. लोक शास्त्र मते सूर्यदास भाग्यवान Nityananda Chandre Dui Kanna Kailadan. According to the scriptures and also according to all the persons, Suryadas Sarkhel was most fortunate because both of his daughters were given to Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu is none other than Balaram. Balaram is the first plenary expansion of Vishnu, or Krishna is the first expansion of Krishna. From there, the first quadruple, Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha comes. From whom, Sankarshanashai, Garbhodashai, Kshirodashai come. So the first expansion of Krishna is Balaram. And Balaram himself has manifested in many sakhas, many friends who are giving bliss to him. And Radharani is also expansion of Krishna. She is in the Hladini Shakti, whereas Balaram is in the Sandhini Shakti. Balaram is the Sandhini Shakti and Radharani is the Hladini Shakti. So that Hladini Shakti means Radharani is expanding herself into so many Sakhis. And the Sandhini Shakti, Balaram, is expanding himself into so many cowherd boys. And also all the other paraphernalia that is used in the service of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, that is Balaram. Balaram, in his previous, pastimes as Lakshmana, he could not tolerate Lord Ramachandra, the activities of Lord Ramachandra. Because he was a younger brother, he could not really, obstruct to what Lord Ramachandra was, doing. Nor could he go against him. Because it is the duty of a younger brother to follow the elder brother. This is what particularly we, get instruction from Ramayana. Ramayana is such an epic, is such a scripture where all the different characters, they are not material characters, they are all spiritual, but the characters like Lord Ramachandra, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrughna, Sita Devi, Angada, Hanuman, Jambavan, Jatayu, Vibhishana, all these persons, there is a lot to learn from each of these, even from Ravana. There are so many lessons that can be learned from all these personalities. Such a beautiful epic, Ramayana is. How they have unitedly served Lord Ramachandra and how Lakshmana, elder brother is as good as father. It is said, elder brother is as good as father. He served, Lakshmana served him like that. But he could not tolerate certain things. Particularly Sita Devi was sent to the forest exile. He could not really tolerate it. Because it was he who was ordered to be, to execute the task. Lord Ramachandra ordered Lakshmana, Lakshmana, you please leave Sita Devi in the forest. And it is actually the pain that Lakshmana underwent, nobody can actually describe in words. How much painful it was for Lakshmana to leave, Sita Devi, who was like his mother in the forest exile. He was totally, heartbroken, completely heartbroken. He was not able to do so, but it is the order of his elder brother. When Lakshmana accompanied Lord Ramachandra and Sita Devi to the forest, Sita Devi was abducted by by Ravana. Ravana abducted her, and on the way Jatayu comes. Jatayu comes, and then Jatayu is fighting with Ravana, and in the process Sita Devi, what she does is, as a symbol or just for a guideline, all the ornaments that she has, she puts on the floor. From the top, from the sky, she has dropped it on the floor. That's an indication that, she has been traveling, or she was taken in that particular direction. She left those, she made a parcel of the ornaments and then she put it on the floor from the sky. She dropped it. Now when Ramchandra, Lakshmana, they were searching everywhere, and suddenly they could see a parcel. And then Lord Rama opened, there are so many jewels. Then, not many, because she was not wearing, she went to Vanavas, there were not many, but a few whatever bangles or whatever she had, she just dropped them from the sky. Now, Lord Ramchandra found it and he became very happy. For a long time he has not seen Sita, and he saw the possessions of Sita and he became very blissful, and then he thought that we are heading in the right direction. At that time he asked Lakshmana, you see Sita Devi's ornaments, you see? Then Lakshmana says, my dear brother, I don't know what ornaments she wears, because I have not seen anything other than her feet. Lakshmana has never made an eye contact with Sita Devi. He was only seeing the feet of Sita Devi. This was the kind of dedication Lakshmana had towards Sita Devi and towards Lord Ramchandra also. He says that I don't know what ornaments she wears. I cannot identify them. This kind of service Lakshmana has performed. But he could not tolerate, Lord Ramchandra's decisions. Therefore he thought that I want to serve the Lord. Service is my innate nature. But the thing is that I want to serve him in the manner I would want to serve him. He is asking me to do like this, do like that. It's very heartbreaking for me. I cannot do it. Therefore, in his next Leela, he became Balaram. He became elder to Sri Krishna. He is a servant. Balaram is a servant of Krishna. But he will serve Krishna in the way he wants to. He would not take orders from Krishna. You should serve like this. No. He will serve Krishna. Krishna is doing any mischief. Hey, that is also service. Mother Yashoda is chastising. That is also service. Hey, why are you naughty? I will beat you in this manner. So, Lord Balaram, he served, Sri Krishna in this manner. And similarly, Nityananda Prabhu also. What did Nityananda Prabhu do? He also served Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only. Mahaprabhu ordered him that you preach the message of Sri Krishna everywhere, and that's what he did. Although Mahaprabhu sees Nityananda Prabhu as his senior, Nityananda Prabhu sees himself as a servant of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So here all the scriptures and everyone else, they say that Suryadas Sarakhel is very, very fortunate because he has given both of his children or daughters to Nityananda Prabhu. They became his servants or wives. And in Kalyan Kalpataru, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written about one hymn in glorification of Jahnava Devi. Ogo Jahnava Devi eda se karuna, karo aaj nij gune guchao jantrana. He is telling that, O Jahnavi Devi, please shower your mercy upon this servant by your own qualities. What is the word? Causeless mercy. You have causeless mercy by your own quality, because I have not done anything good. You please be merciful upon me and free me from all these materialistic miseries. Tumara charanatari koriya ashray bhavarnava par hobo korichi nischay. I have decided that I shall take shelter of your lotus feet, which are like the boat to cross over the ocean of this material world. Tumi Nityananda Shakti Krishna Bhakti Guru Eda se karo ho dan padakalpataru. And he is telling that you are the potency, internal potency of Nityananda Prabhu, and you are the Guru of Krishna Bhakti. Nityananda Prabhu is the guru of Krishna Bhakti. And Jahnava Devi, who is the potency of Nityananda Prabhu, she is also guru of Krishna Bhakti. Eda se karu ho dan pada kalpa taro. You please shower or bless me with the service of your lotus feet. Koto koto pamare re koreche uddhar, tomara charane aaj ye kangala chhad. You have, delivered so many, ignorant people. And thus this ignorant fool has come to you. Please rescue me also. In this manner, Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written about Jahnava Devi. And also, Vrindavan Das Thakur in his, Kirtan, Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna, he writes, Shri Jahnava Pada Padma Kariya Smaran, Dina Krishna Dasa Kahe Nama Sankirtan. Krishna Das, he is writing, every day we sing in the morning when we do parikrama of the temple. He is writing that Shri Jahnava Pada Padma Kariya Smaran. I remember the lotus feet of Jahnava Devi and I sing the Nama Sankirtan, we sing the glories of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna by remembering the lotus feet of Jahnava Devi. So, Jahnava Devi, she has no children. But Vasudha, she got a child. Her name was Veerabhadra. Veerabhadra Prabhu, who is the successor of Nityananda Prabhu, or in the Nityananda lineage. He propagated carried forward the mission of Nityananda Prabhu, Veerabhadra Prabhu, or Veerachandra Prabhu, both are same, Veerachandra or Veerabhadra. He is the son of Vasudha Devi. But he became a disciple of Jahnava Devi. By seeing the power of Jahnava Devi has got, very divine powers. By seeing the divine powers of Jahnava Devi, he became the disciple of Jahnava Devi. And then he also served him for the rest of his life. In the month of Falguna, means in the January, February, in the month of Jan-Feb, on the full moon day, in Kheturi, Narottam Das Thakur has performed a grand celebration. That is, he would establish the deities. During the establishment of deities in the Kheturi village, Sri Jahnava Devi was given an invitation. So Jahnava Devi had come and she performed a very, very special service, and that special service is that she would cook for the deities. Jahnava Devi had personally cooked for the deities during the installation ceremony of the deities in Kheturi by Narottam Das Thakur. Shri Jahnava Ishwari Parama Harsha Hoya Prata Kale Karilena Snananika Kriya. Jahnava Devi, on the day of the deity establishment or installation, she woke up very, very early in the morning. Very blissfully she woke up because she is going to offer service to the deities. So very blissfully she woke up, she took bath, and then all the morning activities she performed. Param utsahe kailo apurva randan anna vyanjanadi jata na hoy varnan. And then she had prepared so many items, so many kinds of dishes and items, delicacies for the offerings of the Supreme Lord. Here, in Bhakti Ratnakar, Narahari Chakravarti Thakur, he writes that how many items she has prepared, it is not possible to mention all of them here because she has prepared so many items. So it is said that when Jahnava Devi is preparing bhoga, prasad for the deities, at that time suddenly Veerachandra Prabhu came, Veerabhadra Prabhu came. He was also participating there. And then Jahnava was busy, both her hands were busy. She was cooking, both her hands were busy. When Veerabhadra Prabhu came, immediately during those days, women, they always used to veil themselves. They used to cover from the head to the bottom. They used to wheel themselves. So now when Veerabhadra Prabhu, particularly when men used to be there in front, when men used to come, they used to wheel themselves. So Veerabhadra Prabhu came, and then she is like, because she is cooking, obviously, she cannot put the wheel and then it would have fallen. But both her hands are busy. What she would do? She had manifested 2 more hands and she had covered herself. Veerabhadra Prabhu saw this. Oh, this is so divine. I did not see this before. So then it is at this time Veerabhadra Prabhu could, see the special divinity of Jahnava Devi, and then he submitted to her, and he became her initiated disciple. गौड़देशे गौरांगेर प्रिय परिकर नरोत्तम देखी सबे आनंद अंतर श्री जाह्नवा दे सूर्य पंडित दुहिता नित्यानंद प्रेयसी जे जगते पूजिता. In Bhakti Ratnakara it is written that all the associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, those who are living in Bengal, they have come to Narottam Das Thakur. In Kheturi, all of them have come. And Jahnava Devi, who is the daughter of Suryadas Sarakhel or Suryadas Pandit, and who is also the dear consort of Nityananda Prabhu and worshipable by all, Prema Bhakti Ratna Pradane Pravina Jeho Sri Thakur Mahashaya Name Rishtate Ho. That Jahnava Devi, she had participated in the, installation of the deity ceremony in Kheturi village. Prema Bhakti Ratna Pradane Pravina. She is an expert in delivering Prema Bhakti. Shri Thakur Mahashaya Name Rishtate Ho. And Thakur, Narottam Das Thakur is very, very dear to her. Because Narottam Das Thakur has got a very, very special mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu, when he was in Kanai Natashala, he was crying. Then Mahaprabhu had collected the tears of love of Nityananda Prabhu, and then he had put them in Padma river. That when Narottam comes to you later, you please give this to him. So after receiving that prema that Nityananda Prabhu himself had manifested, Narottam Das Thakur became completely, changed. Means various kinds of devotional ecstasies manifested in him, and then he could no longer stay in his materialistic life. Immediately he gave up everything to come to Braja. So Narottam Das Thakur is a very, very special recipient of Nityananda Prabhu's mercy. That is why Jahnava Devi, who is the internal potency of Nityananda Prabhu, she had a very, very special, liking or, affection towards Narottam Das Thakur. देखिया अलौकिक प्रेम वैराग्य प्रबल श्री जाह्नवा देवी होना चाहिए महा आनंदे विह्वल. When she saw Narottam Das Thakur has got such a intense detachment to the material things, is completely detached and then very dedicated in the service of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then Jahnava Devi became very pleased to see such a great soul. It is very, very rare to see a person who has got, Krishna Prem. So she was very, very pleased to see him. Kripa kori Shri Kheturi gramete Asiya karaye sabare tripto sandarshana diya. Therefore, she had mercifully come to the place where Narottam Das Thakur would get the deities installed, that is Kheturi. Because she has got a very special affection to Narottam Das Thakur, therefore in order to shower mercy upon him, she had come to Kheturi. And by giving her darshan to everyone in Kheturi village, she pleased everyone. Or everyone's eyes were completely satisfied. Srimati Jahnava Devir Anugata Jato Mochado Pamaro Taha Barniboba Koto. So, whoever have taken shelter of Srimati Jahnava Devi, they are all very fortunate How can an ignorant fool like me can ever sing the glories of such Jahnava Devi? In this manner, Sri Narahari Chakravarti Thakur is writing in his Bhakti Ratnakar. So, the time is up. Apart from this, Jahnava Mataji had gone to Vrindavan. She had travelled in various places in Vrindavan. She met with the Goswamis, and together with the Goswamis, she did Brajamandal Parikrama. And then, particularly when she came to Radhakunda, at that time she stayed there and performed bhajan in Radhakunda. She met with Raghunath Das Goswami, who was staying on the banks of Radhakunda, and then he would only drink buttermilk, nothing else. So, by seeing his vairagya, his detachment, renunciation, she became very pleased and blessed him also. And then she stayed in by the banks of that Radhakunda. Even those who go to Vrindavan, they can see Jahnava Mata's Bhajan Kutir there on the banks of Radhakunda. She stayed there. So today is her appearance day, and also the consort of Lord Ramachandra, that is Sita Devi, it is also her appearance day today. But we did not get an opportunity to hear much about Srimati Sita Devi. So I pray my repeated obeisance at the feet of Srimati Sita Devi and Srimati Jahnava Devi. May they bless us so that we become attached to the service of the lotus feet of Supreme Lord and His associates. So tomorrow I have to attend some engineers who are coming for Samadhi Mandir construction and other things. So tomorrow afternoon there will be no Harikatha because they are coming in the afternoon only. I will be busy the whole of the afternoon. And day after tomorrow I am traveling to Medinipur. It's in Bengal only. I am going there for 2-3 days, 12, 13, 14 I will be in Medinipur. 14th night I will be coming here, but 15th early morning I will be going to Chagda. So there is a one-day program in Chagda. 16th by afternoon I believe I will be here back in the mutt in Mayapur. So 16th afternoon is when we will meet again. So till then, we will have no Harikatha. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan Panchatattvatmak Shri Gaura Hari ki jai. Jai Paramaraditam Patita Pavana Stotra Sata Shri Srimad Bhakti Vallabh Tirtha Goswami Shri Guru Maharaj ki jai. Nitya Leela Pravishtham Vishnupad Pramsa Stotra Sata Shri Srimad Bhakti Daita Madhav Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Jagat Guru Shri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Shri Rupanuga Guru Varga ki jai. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Jai Sarva Vigna Vinashanakari Bhakta Vatsala Bhagavan Shri Singha Dev ki jai. Bhakta Pravar Shri Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. Jai Shri Shri Srimati Sita Devi ki jai. Tadya Shubha Avirbhav Titi Puja ki jai. Srimati Nityananda Shakti Srimati Jahnava Devi ki jai. Tadya Shubha Avirbhav Titi Puja ki jai. समागत हरिकथा श्रवणकारी भक्त वृंद की जय. श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय. श्री हरिनाम प्रभु की जय. पिताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल.